Cooking my
Hi, Barry. There's Ken.
Nora and I are cooking dinner.
Hi, Gavin. How are you?
Sorry, Yal.
Oh yeah, Yal is obsessed with a new song, Hebrew song called Ooga Ooga Ooga.
All right, Rob, we should be live on YouTube right now.
Alana, are you
Says
standing up?
live on YouTube.
I was waiting.
Oh, there's Evelyn. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Really?
There.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Switch from the camera, Rabbi here and Cece.
So you can do it.
I think I'm waving at you.
Person
That's who I'm waving
Right.
is the only
I know,
person.
but I like seeing all the.
Just take a quick peek.
All right. In a little while, I'm going to mute everybody besides
coming back?
Alana and Rabbi Cece
You coming back?
so that that it's not chaos.
I don't.
Huh? Just turn that microphone off.
No, because we want to hear Alana.
All right. I think I have muted everybody besides Alana and
Rabbi Cece. Yeah, that's my name. Yeah.
Yeah, is that the one? But it doesn't look like you're around anything to bump into.
I'm always around something to bump into. No, I had a lamp positioned so that you could see my face a little bit better, and it totally just fell on me.
Right. No, that's privacy. All right, Brian, look at the whole Grossman family is good. Right. So some of us, you could be here. This is where we could be, but we're not. But it's great to see everyone. Plug this in. It is great to see everyone. Alana, how are you feeling?
Good.
That was totally unconvincing. This is good. You are a pioneer breaking new ground here, and it's an honor to be a part of it. It is the where are we at? We get to start out. We get to this is the most valuable thing in the synagogue right now. There's not even a plaque on it. I feel like there should be a plaque. Let's start
I'll
out with
donate in honor of Alana's bat mitzvah.
good call. Well, the finance committee will be in touch after Shabbat. Alana, can we start out with candle lighting?
Yeah.
I can do it. If you don't have candles nearby, I'll do it, right?
Yeah, candles.
I conveniently have candles nearby. I think. I'm right here. All right. Take a moment. We'll do this with the understanding that Shabbat will be in later tonight, but I am big on the idea that that it's important to distinguish time, especially now when I was so often people tell me they don't know what day it is. We really should pause to make time sacred and set aside Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Nothing in it.
Amen.
They're there. It's hard to see. There are two tea lights going. All right, we get to, this is exciting. It's good to see everybody. And it is an honor to be here for Alana's bat mitzvah, celebrating Alana becoming a bat mitzvah. Great, now I forgot. We're gonna do the talit tonight or tomorrow morning?
Today.
Today. All right. Well, first let's start out. Let's set the mood first. Let's sing. You want to go with Bim Bam? All right. Let's do Bim Bam, and then we'll move along to Talit and such. Ready? And you have 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, and.
Bim bum, bim 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 bum, bim 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 bum. Bim bum, bim 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 bum, bim 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 bum. Shabbat shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat shalom.
Hey.
Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat 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 shalom. Bim bam bim 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 bam. Bim 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 bam. Bim bam bim 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 bam. Bim 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 bam.
Lovely. And should we roll right into Shalom Aleichem? Is this where we're going?
No.
No, we're not. Then go right into, we should have a talit. You look like you could have a talit. Is it here on one of these chairs behind me? Is that where I find it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll send it to.
I got it. I'll pass it to her.
All right, good.
Me mom would like to say stuff. My
Perfect.
Okay.
Wait.
Well, Alana, Pop-Up and I are so proud of you, and we're so thrilled to be able to present you with this talit, even if it's a few miles away. And you are a real joy and a real pleasure, and you've been such a remarkable young woman through this whole special time that we're all living through, and we couldn't be more proud of you, and we love you very, very much, and we can't wait to see you and give you a big muzzle tough hug. And thank you. Thank you for being you. And I'll leave the other 17 pages till September.
High attendance that don't scare them off.
I personally want to hear all 17 pages, actually. I do.
September is good enough.
Aw.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu v'hitatei batiti.
Amen, amen. Lovely, beautifully said. And
Karen. Hi, Karen.
we get to begin davening this evening. It's Shabbat. So if you have the PDF of the or a Siddur with you, this is on page 11. And L'chun Ranana, before we begin, pause, take a deep breath. For millennia, how our people, through good times and bad, have maintained our sanity is by giving our worries a short break. That's Shabbat. So you're supposed to set the cares of the week aside and try and get into a different sort of mental space. That's part of what we're doing this evening, and we're doing it while celebrating Alana coming of age. So again, take a deep breath, let go of the cares of the week, begin don't hit any news sites over the next 25 hours, and we get to begin. B'vakasha, Alana.
Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neran el Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neran el Adonai. Naria, letzori shenu, nekadma fana betoda. Naria, letzori shenu, bizmirot naria lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neran el Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neran el Adonai.
And we continue, the psalm continues on page 12 at the bottom of the page.
40 שנה כות בדור ואמרם תוהה לבבכם והם לא ידעו דרכי אשר נשבעתי ואפי אם יבואון אל מנוחתי.
And page 13.
שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו ורואים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני, ומהולל מאוד. נורא הוא על כל אלוהים לי, כי כל אלוהי העמים מלים, ואדוני שמיים עשה, הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו, הבו לאדוני משפחות עמים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז. Havu Adonai, kevod shemo, seu mincha, uvol chatzot havai, yishtachavu Adonai bechar b'kodesh, chilu min panav kol haaretz, imru v'avoim Adonai malach, avtikam tevel v'altimot, Yadin amin v'mesharim, Yadin amin v'mesharim, Lai, 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 lai.
I just want everyone to know that even though you're on mute, we can see if you're singing or not.
Correct. I actually like it when one spouse elbows the other if they think they're doing something wrong. That's my favorite moment. Yes, page 14 at the arrow. Bakasha.
Yismechu hashamayim,
Hashamayim.
Yismechu hashamayim,
Hashamayim.
Yismechu hashamayim, Hashem.
v'tagel haaretz. Yismechu hashamayim,
Hashamayim.
Yismechu hashamayim,
Hashamayim.
Yismechu hashamayim,
V'tagel
haaretz. Yiram hayam,
Hey.
Yiram hayam,
Hey.
Yiram hayam, lo oh, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, lo oh. Yellow Satavicho, Sherpo, Asher Nukol Teor, Leaf Nana Kiva, Kiva Leaf Potaret, Ishpo Tevel Betzedek, Beamin Bemunato.
Beautiful. We continue along. The next psalm on the list is the end of Psalm 99. That's on page 20 at the little arrow there. Romamu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu l'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu l'har kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu l'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu l'har kodsho.
Beautiful. And we continue along with Psalm 29, which is on page 21. If you're in the Lev Shel on page 21. If you're able, this is where we rise, page 21. Bakasha.
Mizmor leDavid, Havu Adonai b'nei Elim, Havu Adonai kavodos, Havu Adonai kavod shemo, V'ishtachavu Adonai b'charat kodesh, Kol Adonai el hamayim, el hakavod hirim, Adonai hamayim rabim.
Yay, yay, yay.
Kol Adonai b'koach, Kol Adonai b'chadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, V'shaper Adonai et alei habanon, V'yarkidem k'meregel Lebanon v'Sirion, k'mo ben re'emim.
Yay, yay, yay.
Kol Adonai chotev lavotesh, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yechol elai avot, Vayechesov Yeharot, Uvehechalo, Kulo omer kavod.
Yay, yay, yay.
Adonai lamam buya, Shava yeshev Adonai melech le'olam, Adonai oz le'amo yiten, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Lai, 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 lai.
Beautiful. And you may be seated. I'd love the great idea that people wait to stand up and sit down in their own homes when based on what you're doing in your dining room, Alana. We get to continue along with Lecha Dodi, page 23. We'll do the first three and the last three verses. This is where we welcome the Shabbat bride. The Shabbat bride is, of course, able to enter your home tonight. She is most definitely, she's tested negative, able to get a test because of her status.
So has Elijah. So when the
Elijah as
Seder
well, yeah.
happens, he's good too.
Correct. Yeah. So if he shows up, you can do it. You can even drink it out of the same cup. That's one thing Elijah can do. And keep in mind at the end, we're going to turn back towards the door of your home because that's where the Shabbat bride is going to come in. Page 23, Alana, Bakasha.
Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Shamor v'zechor b'zibor echad, Hishmianu el Hamiuchat, Adonai echad u'shemo echad. L'shem Luciferet Felitila, Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Likrat Shabbat, Lechuven Elcha, Ki hi mekorcha bracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'asev v'machshavati la. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Mikdash melech, Ir melucha, kumitzei mitocha fecha, rav lach shevet be'emecha bacha, v'chu yachamu alaichem ha. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela.
25.
V'hayulim shisa sosayich, v'rachaku kol mevalayich, yasis alayich elachayich, kimsos hatan al kala. Lecha Dodi, Likrakala, Pene Shabbat, Nikabila, Lecha Dodi, Likrakala, Pene Shabbat, Nikabila, Yami Musmo, Tifroti, Veyet Adonai, Tariti, Ahal Yadish, Ben Parti, Venismecha, Venagila, Lecha Dodi, Likrakala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabila, Lecha Dodi, Likrakala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabila, Bawi Veshalom, Aterepala, Gam Besimcha Uvetola, Tochemune Am Segula, Bawi Chala, Lecha Dodi, Likrakala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela, Lecha Dodi, Likrakala, Pene Shabbat, Nekabela. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie.
Beautiful. You may be seated. We get to continue along with the Psalm for Shabbat, the Psalm 92. It's on page 27. Bakasha, Alana.
Mizmor Shir Leom HaShabbat Tov Lehodo Ladonai Ulezamer L'Shimcha Elyon Ulezamer L'Shimcha Elyon Mizmor Shir Leom HaShabbat Tov Lehodo Ladonai Ulezamer L'Shimcha Elyon Ulezamer L'Shimcha Elyon Lechagid baboker hastecha, be'emunata balelo, alei asur v'alei navel, alei higayom bechinor, mizmor shir le'yom hashabbat, tov lehodo lahadonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Kizi Martani Adonai b'fa'alecha b'ma'asei yadecha aranim Magalu masecha Adonai me'oram kumachshevotecha mizmor shir le'yom hashabbat tov lehodo l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon.
And the psalm continues on page 28. We pick up at the arrow.
Sadi katama ifra ifra sadi katama ifra sadi katama ifra ifra sadi katama ifra ke'eres bava no nisge ke'eres bava no nisge ke'eres bava no nisge nisge Shetulim beve Adonai, Shetulim beve Adonai, B'chasrot Eloheinu yafrichu. Odinavum b'seva, Odinavum b'seva, Odinavum b'seva, Odinavum b'seva. Tishanim veronani miyu, Tishanim veronani miyu, Tishanim veronani miyu. Chagikiasar Adonai, Chagikiasar Adonai, Turi velo Allah tabo.
Lovely. We get to continue on as we conclude the first part of the service, the Kabbalat Shabbat portion of the service on page 30 in the Lev Shalem. when there are not 10 people physically in one place, unless somebody out there has 10 people in their home, in which case make sure you tell me. We'll continue with the prayer in place of Morna's Kaddish when the Minyan is not present. It's on page 30 in the far left column. For those in mourning and observing Yortzeit. Ribono shel olam, Elohei ruchot lechol basar. Master of the world, God of the spirit of all flesh, it is revealed and known before you that it is my fervent desire to praise your name and to remember and honor my beloved by reciting the mourner's Kaddish, the presence of Minyan. May my presence here today with my community find favor in your eyes and be accepted and received before you as if I had prayed the Kaddish. May your name, Adonai, be elevated and sanctified everywhere on earth. May peace reign everywhere. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Praise be the name of the one whose glorious sovereignty is forever and ever. And we say together, Osei Shalom B'Mamav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'Imru, Amen. And we get to continue along. How are you doing, Alana?
Good.
We're good?
Yeah.
All right. Can you explain to me how is it that that the sanctuary I'm in has the ark open, and somehow you've got it? Yeah, behind your head it's closed. I can't figure it out.
And the one I'm in has a dog in it.
And Rabbi Sisi and I were standing in the same spot, so
We are. It's magic, time, space, continuum stuff.
And Michael Keats is actually. I feel like there's a race to see who can have the wildest background. Michael Keats is actually walking through the Red Sea. It's really impressive. So I mean, there are lots of things.
We're gonna find it.
But
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think Michael wins.
Wait, hold on. Challenge accepted. I got my own Red Sea. This is the one I have. Hang on.
Are we gonna start?
Different movie reference, but same thing.
And that movie's on tomorrow night.
Yes. No, I'm a. In terms of Torah movie reviews, I am a Prince of Egypt is better than the Ten Commandments. So I know that's sacrilege for many, but Val Kilmer as Moses is better than Charlton Heston. I know there's camp value, and I know that I can get pushback on this. Prince of Egypt better than the Ten Commandments.
Has good music. Anyway. I could.
Right.
Yeah. I'm in
Amen.
Hogwarts.
Yeah, see, Alana, we ready for the next part?
yeah.
I don't even know where Rabbi Sisi is now. The
All
right.
Alana. This is Hogwarts.
Oh, that's Hogwarts.
Yeah.
The
The Gryffindor common room. All right, I'll come back to work. Here we are.
They never let me in Gryffindor. We page 39. The sorting keeper put me here.
You're a Slytherin.
We continue along with the with Ma'ariv, the evening service on page 39. Alana, we start about a quarter of the way down the page with Baruch as we lead into Ma'ariv Aruvim, page 39.
Ma'avir Yom.
Uma'avir Yom, Uma'avir Laila, Uma'avir Ben Yom, Ve'Laila, Adonai Tzavot Shemo, V'chai V'kayam, Tamidim V'chalenu Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim.
Amen. And page 40.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael, Amcha Torah u'mitzvot u'kimu mishpatim otanu lemadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu v'shochenu v'kulenu nasiach lechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki chaim chayenu le'orech yameinu ve'orech yameinu uvachem nege yoman v'layla yoman v'layla v'avatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
Amen. Page 41.
Come on.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושופך וקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
שמעו אותי.
אלה על ואבכם ועל אבשכם, שאתם מתאייתכם ולחיות בין עיניכם, ומרתם אותם את בניהם, ובשבתך ביתך ואבטך והדר שופך וקומך, וזו ביתך ואשריך, למען ירבו ימיכם וימי בניכם, על מען אשר נשבע עליי אלוהיכם לתת לכם כשמם הארץ. And we continue along. The third paragraph of the Shema is on page 42.
ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת להם ועשו לכם ציצית על כנפי בגדיכם לדורותם ונתנו על ציצית הכנף וציצית החלב והיה לכם לציצית וראיתם אותו וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם ולא תטורו אחרי לכם באחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריכם, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם.
43. The blessing after the Shema, the blessing of redemption, continues on page 44.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלנו לעולמים, משה ומרים בני ישראל, משה ומרים בני ישראל, לכן ישרה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילו עושה חלה. מלכותך ובניך בוקרם לפני משה, זה עלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר כיפת אדוני את יעקב, ובלא חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גדול ישראל.
Amen. And page 45. Mashki, blessing for peace in this night. Rosalie's got some. Shmor.
ושמור צאתנו ועלינו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Amen. And we're on page 46 for Vishamru. This is where, if you're able, we rise up for both Vishamru and for the silent prayer that will follow it, page 46. Alana.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בריתו Lam Vishamru V'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat L'dorotam Berit Olam Ve'ni uvein b'nei Yisrael Oti Le'olam Oti Le'olam Oti Le'olam Vishamru V'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat La'asot et HaShabbat L'dorotam Berit Olam Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat la'asot et hashabat l'dorotam berit olam uvayom chashvi shava vayinachash shava vayinachash Shava vayinachash v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabbat la'asot et hashabbat l'dorotam berit olam.
And page 47 for the Amidah. This is the silent prayer, standing prayer for Friday evening. It begins on page 47, continues through page 52. You can do it silently. You can do it out loud if you don't have a text in front of you, or even if you do, close your eyes. And this is a time to think prayerful thoughts, to try and connect to that which is beyond ourselves and beyond just this moment and beyond our immediate interests. So we'll all take a couple of minutes here for quiet, private prayer, on page 47. If you are davening privately, please continue and complete your prayers at your own pace. We will pick up with Oseh Shalom. Ms. Clark.
Oseh Shalom b'mrama, Oseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu v'Yachol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu v'Yachol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu v'Yachol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu v'Yachol Yisrael. V'yimeru. Amen.
Beautifully done. Amen, amen, amen. Thank you, Alana. Smile for the cameras. That was beautifully done. Look, one of the among the many strange things is like normally you get an immediate response from the people in front of you, and I know that that may be partially lacking in your own dining room, and know that. I mean, I've got the count here. There are at least 78 different devices logged on here, and as you know, there are more than one person watching in many of these on many of these. So and then it's out on YouTube as well. So know that there are many people who are with you, and that is and that's in no small part for many of them because they care so much.
One of my school friends is here.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm really happy. Rhonda, that you came. If you can hear me, I'm really glad you came.
See,
Anna.
Each of us makes a difference.
Alana, we can't see your tallis the way that it's positioned. Can you show us the design on it?
Yeah. Wait, let me just take it off.
Oh, what? You disappeared in the background.
No, that's like a.
Put it in front of you. Oh, well, we'll try. If you put it right in front of you, it won't get caught in the green screen. There you go. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
As my grandma would say, wear it in the best of health.
Wear it out. You should have wear it out and have to get a new one.
That's the cloak of invisibility.
Yeah.
Good. Shabbat Shalom. I'm taking charge again. Shabbat Shalom. We wanted to take some, it was last week, just before Shabbat last week. Somebody sent me the news. It was in the paper that that here in New Jersey, the Archdiocese of Metuchen, which we're a part of. I mean, we're not a part of it because we're not in any archdiocese, but like but it covers Somerset County for our Catholic friends. That the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Metuchen in the Catholic Church lifted the traditional ban on eating meat on Friday during Lent. Because on the reported explanation that we're suffering enough, that we're doing enough suffering, and like avoiding meat on Fridays is an element of this, and so he's lifting the ban on it. So this was forwarded to me not just for an informational, but I was asking about Pesach, if we could lift the dispensation if we could lift the dispensation on the ban of foods during Pesach because we're suffering enough. No is the answer. We actually don't get to lift the ban on not eating things during Pesach because we don't do it just not to suffer. That's part of it. Don't get me wrong. Like there's an element of lechem oni that the Torah calls matzah, lechem oni, the bread of the poor, and that that's an aspect of why we do it. And the maror obviously is to taste bitterness. So there's some suffering involved, but it's not all about suffering, and that's a key thing. Passover and what we do on Passover isn't just about suffering. It's about placing ourselves in a certain context and understanding ourselves by participating in all of what we do on Passover, telling the story, eating the foods, not eating these other foods. It's our participation in that, my participation in that, your participation in that makes sure that we remember and that we empathize and that we become a certain kind of person. It means when we do these things that we remember when we did them in the past. We as a people, right? We have observed Passover in moments when we were huddled in fear of what was outside. We observed Passover when we were comfortable and relaxed in our setting. We have we've celebrated Passover when we were sure of what the next day would bring and when we were unsure of what the future would bring. We've done it in all of these contexts. Now, Passover, when you celebrate the Seder, you may be participating in what is humanity's oldest continually observed annual rite. Meaning, it's not entirely clear that there's anything people have been doing longer, year on year, deliberately as an act of memory, as an act of loyalty, longer than we've been doing the Passover Seder. You place yourself in that context of doing something that is as old as maybe any other deliberately done human activity. And by doing this, and by doing it, especially this year, especially in a difficult year like this, we prove ourselves equal to this moment and bigger than this moment. We prove that even in a situation like this, of great hardship, that we're able to continue on. Because this Pesach, we're aware that we're in a moment of suffering. And it is likely we are not at the point of greatest suffering and greatest peril. And the Passover story acknowledges this. The Passover story is not for the faint of heart. The Passover story, as people tend to point out every year, isn't necessarily all that child-friendly. And it's that way because that's what life is. And this year we know that. This year as we celebrate Pesach, we know that there'll be suffering. We know that there'll be hardship. And we know that we have to get through it because we have no choice. One of the key lessons of Passover, and I picked this up from a teacher of mine, from Rabbi David Wolpe, is that part of the insight of Passover is that suffering can happen and it can be meaningless. And this is like the coronavirus strikes people without distinction, right? And the suffering from it can be seen as random and meaningless. But the Passover story teaches us that our ancestors turned their suffering into a lesson. Our ancestors turned their suffering into a lesson and reframed it into a lesson, a story that others could identify with and that others could help use as a moment to learn and to improve their own lives. And by changing their suffering into something meaningful, they helped make their suffering meaningful. Maybe this year we're able to do a bit of that. Maybe this year we'll be able to create a story that we can tell to future generations and that we can frame it in a way to make sure that our suffering and our hardship is made meaningful through what we do for each other, through not how we turned inwards and took care of ourselves, but how we turned outwards as well and took care of others. Not just how we looked after our own needs, but how we looked after the needs of anyone who's in need, and how we cared for those who were both most vulnerable and those who were acting bravely to help our society on the rest of our behalf. But to do it, we have to make sure that we're not taking a dispensation from it. We have to make sure that we're leaning into it and that we take great care, both to place ourselves within the story of our people, the story of going from a narrow, dark place to a light and liberated place, and to make sure that we live a life that will be a story worth telling. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach. We get to continue along. You know, I'm sort of embarrassed. Alana, I don't have a cup here for Kiddush. Do you? I mean, you're in your house. I'm at the shul. Oh,
I have one.
You have one?
It looks like this. It's kind of weird. No, here we go. Oh, you can't see.
There. No, that's not weird. Lovely.
Stand up then.
Are you gonna hook us up with it, Alana?
That's not better.
That's great. Wait a minute, was that Elmo?
No, it's a ladybug. I prefer.
Yeah, I just saw the eyes.
So I don't spill it on my collars. It's a good idea.
I'm gonna spill it on your.
Cranberry juice now.
These are technical difficulties. Page 55 for Kiddush. Who's doing it here?
Alana, it's you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahav u'ratzon kinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah lemikra kodesh Zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'charta, v'ganu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'ahava u'ratzon, ki v'anu, baruch atah Adonai, Kadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim, l'chaim.
Fine.
Don't share your cups, you two.
Wait, can I pass it to you, Alana?
No, not safe.
I have a sippy cup.
Well, tomorrow you become a grown woman. Today, still sippy cup. Big leap. A steep, a song of ascents. We get to continue along with Alenu. Alenu is on page 56. And guess what? Wherever you may be, inside, outside, wherever you may be, we get to rise for this. Alana, Vakasha.
Alenu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, l'teit gedula le'otzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoye harato, velo samanu k'mishpachot adama, shelo samhakenu kahem, v'goralenu kechol hamonam, ve'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, l'ifnei melech, Malchei Amachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu Noteh Shamayim ve'Yosed Haaretz, U'Moshe V'Karo B'Shamayim Yimahol, U'Slina Tuzo, V'Gohem Meromim, U'Eloheinu Einod, Emed Malkeinu Afez Ulato, Barakatu b'torato, ve'atatayom echasherota elevavecha, ki Adonai hu Elohim, b'shamayim imol, ve'al haaretz mitachat, einod. Kakatu b'shotecha Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol ha'oretz v'yom ha'u yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad U'shemo echad.
Shkoach, beautifully done, Alana. We get to continue along on page 30. Page 30, with the prayer in place of Mornis Kaddish. We Temple Shalom this evening, this week in particular, we remember Saul Bluestein, the father of Judith Cohen, Dr. Frederick Brandt, friend of Roberta Abramson. Marilyn Dwarman, sister of Stuart Friedman. Louis Feilkoff, father of Richard Feilkoff. Fanny Freeman, grandmother of Shanna Greenstein. George A. Greenberg, father of Cheryl Greenberg. Irma Horowitz, mother of Peter Horowitz. Claudia Califer, wife of Michael Califer. Ruth Cass, mother-in-law of Alan Rubin. Rita Katchen, mother of Mitchell Katchen. Irving Kersner, grandfather of David Kersner, father of Sandy Kersner. Matthew Pantel, son of Sarah Pantel. Russell Pantel, brother of Donald Pantel. Mildred Schwalb, mother of Eileen Schwalb. Sylvia Zeldin, mother of Nancy Marchioni. Robert Schaudick, father of Andrea Burkow. Joseph Wolf, father of Elaine Dunst. I'll remember those who recently passed, including Anne Esther Golub, the mother of Lisa Scher, and Mayor Leib, father of Taya Friedman. Page 30. Bono Shalom, Master of the world, God of the spirit of all flesh, it is revealed and known before you that it is my fervent desire to praise your name, to remember and honor my beloved by reciting the Mornis Kaddish in the company of a minyan. May my presence here today with my community find favor in your eyes and be accepted and received before you as if I had prayed the Kaddish. May your name, Adonai, be elevated and sanctified everywhere on earth, and may peace reign everywhere. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Praise be the name of the one whose glorious sovereignty is forever and ever. We say it together. Osei Shalom B'Romav. Hu Ya'aseh Shalom. Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael ve'imru. Amen.
Amen.
And Mazel Tov to Alana and to her entire family on the occasion of becoming Bat Mitzvah and celebrating this. Do we have announcements? Where's Jessica? There she is. Jess?
Shabbat Shalom. Can you hear me? Am I unmuted?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Switch to you.
There we go.
There you are.
Mazel Tov, Alana, and Mazel Tov to Jen and Rob, who are sponsoring tonight's Kiddush, Oneg, in your house. Tomorrow morning, everybody come back, 9:30. We're gonna do it again. And then coming up this whole week is everything Passover. So check your email for all the details about everything going on. There's obviously a lot going on in everybody's house, and there's a lot going on through Virtual Temple Shalom. And I hope everybody's doing well. Shabbat Shalom. That's it.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. I'll switch it to me. There we are. Shabbat Shalom. I want to, as the one thing that's not changing about this is that I tack on announcements to the announcements.
Routine is really important at this time, Rabbi.
Yeah. No, so they say for everyone's mental health. One, again, as Jessica said, celebrate with us again tomorrow morning at 9:30 for live, as it turns out, live davening as Alana continues to celebrate becoming Bat Mitzvah, and tomorrow evening at 8:30, Havdalah on Facebook Live with Rabbi Sisi. There'll be virtual seders, real seders that are accessible virtually, which is to say, on the first night of Pesach, on Wednesday the 8th, I'll be conducting my seder via Zoom, so everyone is able to join in if you want. Just email me and I'll send the link, or email Dorit and she'll send the link. So we'll send to you just so that I know who's coming, who I can tailor it to. It'll be accessible. You don't have to be afraid. It's not. It's a good seder, or at least in real life, it's a good seder. I've never done one via Zoom before, but I can only assume we'll be able to pull it off. So
I also, just a shout out for the second night. It's going to be pretty awesome too. I mean, I don't want to downplay the first night.
The second night will be hosted by Rabbi Sisi. So night one will be live from mine and Karen's home. And the second night from Rabbi Sisi and Gabe's place. So you can tune into one or both or either. Just email one or both of us and let us know which one you want to come to, or both, and we'll send you the link. I mean, that's true for anyone else. If you know of anyone who is in need of a link or of something to hook into, let us know. It's an unusual year, and this is one of the services we are offering. So just let us know, though. It's bring your own shmur. It's BYO. Bring your own shmur.
Everything, pretty much.
Really.
But there's no competition here between the two nights. But whichever one has the larger number of attendees gets to go on to the world finals.
Ooh. I didn't. I did not know that. That is very exciting.
You get to do a third Seder. So that's clearly not muted.
I'm like whack-a-mole with some of this muting.
Isn't there a Tu B'Shvat Seder?
Not this Pesach, there isn't. Yes.
Isn't there one in January that's Tu B'Shvat?
Yeah,
no?
what about it? That's when we're not doing that one again, though.
Yes. Yes.
Next year.
Yes. So there's that. Also, and then Pesach davening will be live on Thursday and Friday mornings, as well as Shabbat mornings. So watch for that. And then again on 7th and 8th day of Pesach, and you can also on Wednesday and Thursday of next week, the 15th and 16th. Also, you can sell your chametz to me if you like. Those links are online. And I wanted to do two more things for this year. One, I mentioned when I was speaking that it's important to keep Pesach, because that's actually true, and I think it's especially true this year. But also, it's important to know that you have to adjust. I've talked with people who are wondering if how they're going to deal with it. I've talked to people who normally have a family member come over and help them take down their dishes from the top shelf or take it up from the basement, and it's simply not possible this year. So if you have an issue, adjust. Just clean your dishes, clean your everyday dishes really well, and use those. There are any number of things that we're going to have to do in order to ensure our good health, that we make it to next year. So please do all of those things. And under no circumstance should anyone jeopardize their health in order to observe the holiday. We should observe the holiday because I think it's good for our mental and spiritual health. But please be sure to observe all health regulations.
Yeah, and if you have a question about, like Rabbi Dan just said, if you can't reach your Passover stuff because you can't get to it, and you wash out your regular pots and pans really well and use them. Any questions like that, talk to us. We're here for you if you have any questions or concerns about anything like that.
Yes. For instance, this is my big confession. Normally, it's really hard to kosher a dishwasher for Passover, and normally one doesn't do it, but this year we're doing it because I want every speck of food I want everything off the dish. So like that, everyone has to make adjustments. I am too. All right. Maybe even kitniot for those radical ones among us. And with that, I want to then lastly give a special shout out and blessing for anyone, for all those who have had especially trying weeks, especially those in the medical field and all those from grocery clerks to truck drivers, whoever it might be, who may, if you have a chance for a bit of rest this Shabbat, may be blessed with a refreshing moment. And for all those who are at work on the front lines, helping keep our society safe and running, many, many blessings, because there's really nothing more important, and we are deeply, deeply appreciative. And with that, we get to wrap up. The wheel of tefillah has landed on Alana Sklar, who gets to choose, who gets to choose, we get to switch over to, that shouldn't be you anymore. There we are. Alana, take us home. What are we doing here? Adon Olam. Adon Olam's on page 211. Vakasha.
Adon Olam.
Adon Olam.
Kiflo Taco, Lavado, Imofnara Adon, Bihu Haya, Bihu Kohen, Bihu Yabasi,
Adon Olam.
Jericho,
L'cham Shilo, L'cham Shira
Adon
Adon,
Olam.
Beli Tachli,
Sharon Allah, Sharon Cole,
Adon Olam. Adon Olam. Olam.
Ruhi, Giviyati, Adoni, Ira Adon.
Olam.
Adon Olam.
Adon Olam. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, Shabbat Shalom. That was
Mazel tov.
simultaneously
Shabbat shalom.
beautiful and the worst rendition of Adon Olam I've ever heard in my
Shabbat
life.
shalom.
It was really both that well.
Mazel tov, Alana.
Miss Alana, you can do it. We believe in you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Hello.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Beautiful.
You can go back to the
Oh my
mini.
God.
Anybody who's still on.
Kiddush, Kiddush.
He's for Kiddush.
What is Jonathan doing?
Jonathan wants kiddush.
Oh, I'm good. Buddy.
Yeah, let me call Allie. What did she want? I think she wanted to like.
I don't know.
All right, let me call.
Ow, been lucked out.
Funny.
Just his head floating like that. You lucked out. Because any of your grades that were sort of lacking, as long as you pass, you pass. No, but now it doesn't make it doesn't make a difference whether it's a D or an A. It just
This is how you get out.
to Mom and I.
No, I want to.
No, it mattered to Mom and I.
Still, I'm down.
Yeah.
Kiddush, Kiddush.
So I didn't see Eric and Hannah
Marie,
on there.
Shabbat
You
shalom.
can't come into the store, right?
Everyone else for dinner.
Okay.
So, Rabbi, can you hear me?
I can.
Can you hear you?
The what does the Rebbitzins take this year in the Kitten Yot?
This has no opinion outside of our home, but no, we are not introducing Kid Mode except for the children, otherwise they will start.
You're all kind of rabbits.
Job presentation. Let's go get the job.
A lot more than a global pandemic.
No way.
There we go. I think a lot more than a global pandemic to get to change your mind.
School, you're supposed to have grading so you can gauge your performance, prepare you for adult life.
Hear me?
Mazel tov. Shabbat shalom.
Mazel tov.
Shabbat shalom. Oh, I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Love you. You did a great job, Alana. We're
Thank
proud of
you.
Saturday morning.
Alana, Shabbat shalom and Mazel tov. It was fantastic.
I met your mother. She used to Saturday morning.
I know, and then you heard the cackle.
Oh my God.
Yep, I wanted
No, don't touch. Julie.
Lana, you're great. Look forward to tomorrow morning.
Okay. Gotta get out of here.
Also party. Mom.
No, this is good too.
The 5 families all so.
Alana, make sure you read the chat room. Make sure you